so much for watching today. My name's Katrina and this is Create Something Pretty, and today I'm going to have a little catch up with you. I'm going to talk about Sew Autumn Denim. We're going to have a look at some fabric that I purchased, some things I got for Mother's Day, and a little bit of a catch up with some knitting that I've been doing. So if you'd like to see that, please keep watching. Thank you so much for watching today. So I have had a really busy week and I'm really sorry that I didn't post last week. I ran out of time. I just completely ran out of time. So I got to Friday and I just thought, it's just not going to happen today, so I just let it go. So I made sure I made a video for you this week, and yeah, I'm going to show you what I've been working on and what I've been buying. So let's start off with Sew Autumn Denim. If you're not sure what that is a challenge that is run by myself and Debra and Hayley. We are all Australian sewers and we're running the Sew Autumn Denim challenge together. So it's a really relaxed community sort of challenge, just to challenge yourself to sew something made of denim. So if you have some denims that you want to make up, or you have something in mind that you'd like to make, I would love it. Even if you're working on something now and you don't even know about the challenge, just please include it. You just post on Instagram under the hashtag Sew Autumn Denim 25 and just support our little Australian challenge. There aren't many of them around in Australia, not that I'm aware of. So yeah, I would love to see have your support. There's no prizes this year. We're just challenging ourselves and making something this autumn that's made from denim. We have also decided this year to include, if you wanted to knit something or crochet something, maybe patchwork something, as long as it's a denim color, like a denim color blue. I know denim comes in a lot of colors, but just if for items that aren't actually denim, other than chambray, which is fine, and tencel, which is also fine, as long as it's a traditional blue denim color, then you're welcome to use yarn or other fabrications that aren't denim. So I have actually finished, well, I've almost finished my item. It's pretty much done. And I made this shirt here this is a Closet Core Jenna. So I had to tell you about this because there's a bit of a story that goes along with it. This was meant to be a dress. And I had this fabric on hand. I purchased it earlier this year. Spotlight had a sale on tencel, and it's usually a little bit more of a higher price point than other fabrics. And so I grabbed this while it was on it was like a ridiculously cheap promotion that they had at Spotlight. And so I made this shirt, and it was supposed to be the Jenna dress. So I did my trial run when I was making my project, and the fabric that I used was I thought it was fairly stable fabric. It was a flannelette, and it's kind of a little bit thicker. I trialed it in, and it was just really comfortable. I thought I had the fit right. There's no pulling or anything. But when I went to make it out of this fabric, apparently my trial run was a lot, well, not as stable as what this is. And I still had the pulling. I also had because I was making a dress, this is a little bit heavier, and it drapes, but it's quite structured still. So it just did not look good on me. It was way too heavy on my frame. I was 5'3". I've actually shrunk. I'm more around 5'2" as I'm aging. So yeah, it looked really heavy on me, and it would be something I'd only ever wear during winter in that style, and I was never going to wear it. I just don't wear dresses in winter. It's just way too cold, and I don't have that sort of a lifestyle. So I really didn't want my fabric to go to waste, and just knowing I had gotten the fabric so cheap, I didn't want to waste it, and it's not something that I would buy that often. So I decided that I would convert it into my dog's just rolling on the floor, sorry if you can hear that noise. I thought I would just change it into the shirt. So that did mean that I had to do a bit of Tetrising. The pattern pieces are quite different. So you can see this is my shirt version. It's mostly finished. Pretty much the only thing I have to do is tidy the side seams. You can see on this shirt there's a line here That's because when you cut out the dress pattern, that's where you cut it to add on the skirt. And I didn't have enough fabric to recut the whole shirt. I had to use what I had. So I have done a lot of measuring to make sure I got the length and everything right. So I managed to do that. So I was quite happy about that. And then on the back, you can see this has a box plate, and also on the dress pattern, this back is not cut here. It's longer. So I had to cut this again to get this right. So that wasn't too tricky. Now this has got a box pleat in it because I decided I wanted to get the fit right. I thought if I'm going to do this again, the sleeves weren't 100% right in this fabric, so I thought I want to refit those sleeves and get it right. So that's why this is a little bit bigger. So I added in a bigger piece, and I just thought I would take up the excess. There's a few threads there still, but I'll just take up the excess with the box plate. So that's what I did. So I've graded out at the side for my hips, and redone my sleeves, and it was still pulling. So that didn't quite work. So then I decided I needed to do a narrow shoulder adjustment because it was sitting quite low on me. And I kept lifting it up on me thinking, well, there's a lot more room there. What am I doing wrong? So I decided what to do. I took up off, I think it was about an inch off the arm side. And I had to do it on the fabric because I just could not make it work on paper and then cut around that. It just wasn't going to work because I'd already lost my seam allowance. So I cut it out. And thankfully it worked. So it is a much better fit now than what it was before. It was a lot of work. It actually took me a lot more time than what it sounds like it did to do all of that. It was a lot of head scratching and trying to fit it in between my other things I have to do during my day. But I'm just really happy that I got an item that I can actually wear. I'm really happy with the pocket. I remembered to put a little label in the seam. I always forget to do that. I'm so happy that I remembered to do that this time. It is really nice and soft. It is quite nice to wear. I did have to change the sides a bit. I found this was just too low on me and it just looked messy. So I've taken in the sides, I think I took it in about an inch on both sides, and I shortened the sleeves. I think it was about 1.5 inches. And what else? Yeah, I also took 2 inches off the length. I hadn't realized that I had to do these curves on the side. I hadn't realized that I had to do a narrow seam for that. So that meant I needed to shorten it so that the length wouldn't disappear that way. So yeah, so I took all that off. It was so much work. Yeah, I think if I had a plan to make a shirt in the first place, it would not have been anywhere near the problems that I had. The actual pattern itself, there was nothing difficult about it. The collar was fine. I did leave off a lot of the details. There is a little what do you call that, little hook, sort of a loop I think is the word, for the back. I left that off. I didn't find that necessary. I didn't really need that. And there is a little triangle sort of gusset you can put in the side here, and I decided I didn't want to mess around with that either. The cuffs, I winged it because at this stage I was over it and I just wanted it done. So I've just done that myself and they've turned out fine. I had actually taken width off the sleeve as well, so before I'd actually put the cuff on. So I kind of knew there would be a bit of working it out myself in that as it is. But yeah, I'm really happy with what I've had to change. I'm actually quite happy with how it's turned out. These, I just want to let you know that these sides are a little bit tricky. If you decide to make this pattern, how do I show you that? So these curves at the sides, they can be tricky in this sort of a fabric, and I do think I've stretched that out a little bit because they're sitting a bit funny. I'm really interested to see how that turns out once I give it a wash. I have also got to do some bit of work on the sides here, so that might be part of the reason. So if you do make this, my dog is shaking, so excuse that noise please. So I found to try and get this to curve, because I had lots of trouble getting it to curve how I wanted it to. If you use your iron and just sort of sit it away from the side first to get that fabric to actually curl, I found that really helpful. So I sort of set the iron to the side and rode along the side and encouraged it to turn, and then I went in and actually curled it or curved it, if that's the right word. So yeah, that was a little bit tricky. That was probably the hardest bit of all of it, really. I hadn't done that sort of thing before. That was a first for me. But the collar, it's not my best work because I think I was rushing it. But it's still okay. And my buttonholes were an absolute nightmare. I had to do 8 buttonholes. 4 of them went in well, and the rest of them I had to figure out how to do that manually with my machine. So, I was going to do my buttons by my machine. I actually totally forgot about that and just did them by hand. My buttons are also from my stash, and they are mismatched buttons, but I really like it. I don't know if it looks good to anyone else, but I really like that they are the same shape, but they're just a different shade. That one's a bit lighter and the other's a bit darker. So I don't know if you like that, but I like that. So that's all that matters, really. I did put a label in it, and it is the worst placement of a label I have ever done. I'll have to show you that. It's terrible. Yeah, so I'm really happy with how it's gone. I'm still not 100% how much I like it. Yeah, I think it's something I have to spend a bit of time wearing and getting to know. But I think once our weather warms up a bit more, I might, let's just cool down. I might wear it a bit more when it warms up a bit. But yeah, it does give me another shirt to wear. I wasn't planning to make a shirt because I already have a denim shirt, but at least I haven't wasted my fabric. So yeah, that is what I made for the Sew Autumn Denim Challenge. And this took me nearly 2 weeks. So yeah, that was a while. So I am really looking forward to making something a lot more simple. I was going to make a pair of jeans or a skirt or something, but I think I might just go back and make a t-shirt, or I don't know, just an easy blouse I've made before, just as a palette cleanser, because I have not had a whole lot of luck with sewing this year. So that is the Sew Autumn Denim shirt that I made. So I hope you enjoyed hearing about that. And now I'll show you the items that I have purchased. Earlier last week, I actually went into Spotlight, and I really don't know why. I think I was just checking out to see if there's anything new, and maybe I was just checking out their new rounds. They do have some nice new rounds in there at the moment. And I decided that, yeah, I wasn't really looking to buy anything, but if they just happened to have some jersey or something like that that I needed, I would get it. So, yep, just had some time to kill, I think. And I decided while I was there, I have my ironing board cover is in dire need of a replacement. It is so messy, so dirty, that I do not want to show it to anyone. It's really bad. So I've been thinking about it for a while that I need to replace it. I want it to be a colour that goes with my room. A lot of the colours in here, they're that light sort of wood colour and whites and subtle pinks and that sort of thing, bit of black. So that's sort of my colour scheme going on in here. And of course plants. I can't forget the plants. So I picked up this fabric. This I saw it in that. This is actually in the decorators section. Not in the section with the dressmaking fabrics. This beautiful soft pink fabric, I don't know if that's showing, it has all these French sort of Paris style things all over it. It is absolutely gorgeous. This was on clearance. It was I think it was like $10 a meter. Oh, I cannot get that to sit out straight. What am I doing? There we go. It has all these beautiful French icons all over the little scooter. I'm not sure what you call them. I'm not great with all French stuff. I'm not cultured at all. Yeah, I just think it is gorgeous, and it totally goes with my room. It is the right color. Yeah, I picked up 2 meters of this because it was a impulse buy. I wasn't 100% of the dimensions of my ironing board, but I could probably make 2 covers with the amount of fabric that I have here. So my ironing board is a little bit small. I do have a topper for it as well. So that, yeah, there's a helicopter going over. There's always noise in my videos. I'm very sorry about this. I don't know if you can hear that, but to me it's very loud. Okay, I think we're done. So yeah, I've got a fairly small ironing board, so I do have a topper so if I'm ironing lengths of fabric, it's a little bit doesn't take me as long. So yeah, so this is my beautiful new fabric. So I thought I'd show you that because I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. There we go, there's a better look at it. I think it's so pretty. This is the pinks and the light blues. It just really goes. It was either something like this or a sort of a pink check that I was after, just a really subtle sort of tone. And also I wanted to show you, if I can put this down, for Mother's Day. Now this is, I have a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. Yes, going from past history, I knew what to expect. So Kylie and the Machine had a sale and they had free postage. So I bought myself something. So I picked up 3 packets of labels. You can never go wrong with labels. I think they are a fabulous gift, especially if your child is giving you something. They're not really that expensive and they always get used. So I got the comfy, I'll grab that, which one was that in? I got comfy labels. I like the ones that are sew-in labels that you can just throw in, because I always forget to put them in and then I can just throw it in the seam. So comfy. I like this. I really like the colours. I'm really into colourful things. I don't know if you can tell. You can't tell from the shirts and stuff that I wear and all the black I wear, but I do actually like a lot of colour. And I picked up these ones. I like them because they're purple and I love purple. I think it's a gorgeous colour. I think adults should wear more of it. And this one says, "You are clever." And I'm not sure what's on the I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if you can see that. The lighting, I have struggled with lighting lately. I've been filming closer and closer to the window every week. Oh, it doesn't want to show. I might have to put in a photo if that didn't show. So it says, "You are clever," and I just think they are gorgeous. I did actually find recently how to dye some fabric a purple colour using vegetable dyes, which is something that I talked about in my Make 9. So I'm hoping to show you that in a few weeks, and I haven't tried it yet, but I'm hoping to try it in the coming weeks, and maybe I'll film it and show it to you. So I have some fabric that is purple that I would like to be darker purple, so they will go really well with that if that's successful. And I also bought a mystery label pack as well, so I thought this would be a really good one to try. Now this came with 5 or 6 labels. The first one is they're not showing up very well, handmade. I'll put a photo in if they don't show up. The next one is "Love You to the Moon and Back," and it's just plain on the back. How do I make that show? Oh, hopefully that's clear. I might have to put this in the shirt that I've just made. "Mistakes made, lessons learned." I should have had a look through my packet. I love these ones that go in the seams. I think these are great. "Can't stop, won't stop." Did that work? I don't know if that worked. This one is perfectly imperfect. And then we have another comfy label. So that was in the mystery pack. I think the mystery packs are really good. I've always been a bit funny about getting one, but yeah, I would definitely do that again. It's nice to have a bit of a variety. So that is what I got myself. And for my kids for Mother's Day. The kids do make something at school, but my daughter's in high school now, so she doesn't do that anymore. So she was really glad to have that. So that is what I got for Mother's Day. And I was also going to show you my knitting, and I'll just go grab it. This is my Easy Eyelet Yoke sweater, which is this pattern here. And I have been making this since last year. I work on it just once in a while. I don't sort of start it and try and finish it in the same week like I do with my sewing. So it does take me a lot longer to knit. It's just something to keep me busy when I'm waiting for the kids or waiting for the kids to finish swimming. It's really sort of a compact sort of thing to take with me, keep my hands busy. And I have, this is the sweater. It's getting quite, or jumper, it's getting quite long. Now, where was I up to last time? I put in a marker here last time so I could show you. I have done a bit. So the last time I spoke to you and showed you my sweater, I'm sounding American, that's the wrong word. It's a jumper. I'm Australian. So that's the marker, and I have done this much since. So I did actually start watching the Bridgerton series once again because there was nothing on television. So I just sat there and I started knitting. I actually had a really sore back at the time. I was just trying to do nothing, which is hard for me. I do like to stay busy, and yeah, I just sat there, cuddled my dog, and I did a bit of knitting. And this is really getting to the stage where I'm nearly finished the body of it, and I'm starting to feel a little bit like a little sad because it's really at the point where it's easy to grab out and just knit a row, and I'm really scared I'm just going to knit a little bit too much and I'm going to have to pull it back. So I might have to try it on again soon. I think I might have to knit maybe that again, hopefully, before I try it on once again. But yeah, it's just a really nice project. I really enjoy doing it, and this yarn, it's just beautiful and soft. This is just an acrylic yarn. This is from Spotlight. It's a Lion brand. I think it's Hometown, something like that, Homelands or Hometown. I'll put a picture of that up as well so you can see. But yeah, I'm really loving this project. It's really nice. I'm hoping I have the fit right this time. That's why I've sort of went back to something a little bit more simple. So yeah, so that's everything I have to show you today. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of that. So I'm not sure what I'm doing next week at this stage. I really can't predict that far ahead these days. We're nearly at the end of the month already. So are you guys all joining in Sew Autumn Denim? I would love to see you put your pictures up on Instagram. You can do it at any time under the hashtag Sew Autumn Denim 25. There's no prizes at all this year, so we're not too strict on anything this year at all. We just want to see participation. That's all we ask. I hope you've enjoyed seeing today's video. How has your week gone? Have you had a chance to do a bit of sewing or a bit of knitting? I would love to know what you're working on. If you are wanting to enter the Sew Autumn Denim, it's not really entry, it's just like participation. So if you would like to join us, please do. We would love to see you join us on Sew Autumn Denim. I'd really love that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe, and if you hit the bell icon, that will let you know when one of my videos is out. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I have made here today, and I hope I put photos up for everything. And I will see you here again most likely next week. I have been posting fortnightly for the last little while, but I'm trying to get back to weekly videos. So hopefully, fingers crossed, life has settled down and I can do another video next week. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you then and seeing what's happened with Sew Autumn Denim as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.